Hi guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to make Snickers. You have to have a food processor, and you're going to have some organic whole cashews. You're going to need some pitted dates. You're going to need some chocolate morsels. You're going to need some quick oats or any kind of oatmeal, except for steel cut you can't use. You're going to need some applesauce. You're going to need your peanuts, some maple syrup, some PB2, which is powdered peanut butter. I mean, if you have creamy peanut butter, you could use that too, whatever you have on hand. This makes it healthier. And you're going to need some ice cube trays. Okay, let's get started. So let's get ourselves 1.5 cups of raw cashews, and you're going to want to put that in your blender, your food processor. Now go ahead and give that a good blending. Put the lid on. Okay, go ahead. Okay, and to that mixture you're going to want to add 1.5 cups of your oats. Get it blended up good. Okay, and then to that mixture you're going to want to add 3/4 cups of your PB2 and 3/4 cups of your maple syrup. Okay, now that you got the maple syrup in and the peanut butter, you're going to blend it. And as you see, it's starting to make balls, so you're going to take it out and then you're going to knead it. Okay, so I dumped it out to show you. See, this is your nougat. Now you're just going to want to knead it like this and get all of it mixed up really well. Okay, so now once you're all kneaded, it should form a ball like that. And then your next step would be to get yourself a big bowl of water and put it in the microwave for a couple minutes to get it heated, because we're going to put our dates in it. If you have pitted dates like I do, you don't need to take the pits out, but otherwise you can go ahead and start taking your pits out. Okay, so the recipe calls for a cup of dates, so go ahead and get your cup of dates measured out and then go ahead and put that in the hot water. This way it'll soften them up, because you don't really want hard dates to work with. So here we go. See, cup of dates, just add them to the hot water. Let them soak for a little bit. Okay, while that's soaking and you got that nougat there, you're just going to take a little tiny bit of the vegan butter, and you're going to butter up your trays just to have extra precaution that your nougat and stuff will slide out. So once you get your nougat ready, you're going to go ahead and make it into sort of like a ball. A little crumbly, but it will come back together like that. And then you're going to push it into your ice cube tray. I'd say just go about that for no more than that. Go ahead and do that, and then we'll come right back. Okay, now that you get them full, then you're going to stick them into the freezer for a little bit. Okay, now that those are in the freezer, that makes 2 ice cube trays, and there's 14 per tray, so that's 28. Now, I forgot one ingredient which we have to use is the light brown sugar. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add to our food processor. We're going to add the cup of dates that has been soaking here. And we're going to add 3/4 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 cup of applesauce. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. I put the dates in there and the brown sugar. You don't have to pack the brown sugar, just lightly. Okay, and the purpose for the applesauce replaces butter, so 3/4 cups. Okay, once you get that all in there, then we're going to go ahead and blend. Okay, keep blending. You see it's starting to get thicker. When you first start, it's real watery. But just keep blending. You want to try to get all those bits chewed up a little. That's been about 5 minutes, so we're going to go a few more minutes. Okay, so the next step, okay, so basically I'll show you, is there's the date, it's the caramel mixture, so you know how you have the caramel that goes on top of them. But what I'm going to do with mine is, instead of making them all Snickers, I'm going to make half of them Milky Way. So I'm not going to want to put nuts, that's why I put them here. So this next step you can either choose to do or skip, but you know how Snickers have these type of peanuts, but I want to make them chopped. So I'm going to add some to my food processor. Just shake some in there, and we're just going to go ahead and chop these up. That's if you like them finer, and I do. Okay, now we're going to I divvied mine up between the two bowls, and now we're going to take a little bit of vanilla for the flavoring. I'll show you. Not very much, just like a little drop in each one. Okay, stir that up. Now this side here on the left will be for my Milky Way, so we won't add nuts, but this one we're going to add the nuts. This will be the Snickers side. Basically they're the same type of candy bar. Okay, see how I have my nuts all chopped? I'm going to add that into, maybe not all of them, but we're going to add some a little at a time just to see how much we want. If you kind of want it to be nutty. Looks good. So just fold that in to your, maybe a little more. Fold that into the caramel, the date caramel. That looks good. Okay, now on to the next step. Okay, here's your next step. So, for those of you that want to make Milky Way, don't add the nuts, and some that do, go ahead. Now you're just going to fill the trays up with the caramel. Okay, I grabbed a smaller spoon. I think it'll be easier with a smaller spoon. And we're just going to fill it up. Don't worry about the looks, right? Just fill her up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, these have to go in the freezer for 3 hours. Yep, I know, it takes a while. Alright, let's see what we get here. Okay, here's the Milky Way side. Now we're going to go ahead and fill our Snickers side. Don't mind the noise in the background. That's just a paper shredder. Okay, now my trays are filled. See? That's the Milky Way side. Now we're going to go ahead and throw them in the freezer for 3 hours. Okay guys, next step you want to do is get yourself some chocolate. I have this here. It's dark chocolate morsels. And it's vegan. And then get yourself a bowl like this and get yourself a rubber spatula. And you're going to want to pour the chocolate into the bowl like that. Now you're going to want to heat this in your microwave on low. And then once you get it, once you start getting it warm, then you bring them out and then mix it up like this. So we'll go ahead and heat the chocolate gently in the microwave. Okay, so there I put it in. Now we're going to go start like 14 seconds at a time. Maybe even a little less. As you can tell, I've already done a lot of them, but I want to show you how to put the chocolate on. If your chocolate gets too hot, you can burn it. So you don't want to do that. You want to go ever so gently, just keep stirring it. If your bowl that you're using, if it gets too hot, that's when you take it out of the microwave and let it sit to cool. Chocolate's a very funny thing to mess with. You don't want to get any water in it because it could freeze up the chocolate. If your chocolate freezes, there's a couple different ways that you can salvage it. That's what happened to me the other day, and what I did was make cookies out of it. And you'll see the cookie recipe coming up. You just want to ever so gently melt it, okay? Just going to leave it sit on the counter for just a little tiny bit. Get those more seeds, how some of the morsels are still in there. Just try to cool it off a little tiny bit. You can do this on wax paper, or you can do it on your parchment paper, whatever you have. This is the Snickers one. You dip it in. Like that. Try to get it all coated up. Get it out of there. Mine are pretty frozen. There, it went plop on there. Yeah. If you have little forks, that would work too. Try to do this with one hand. It's a little difficult. But we'll try the best I can. Okay guys, now I recruited a cameraman, so we're going to do this. We're going to use 2 forks, and I'm going to show you how to do it this way. It seems to be the easiest way. I mean, if you still have the toothpicks in your candy, that's okay too. So you just get it from here. I put them in the freezer because I had a mishap the other day with my chocolate. So we had to come buy more chocolate and come back. These are the Milky Ways I'm doing here. Two forks seems to be the way. If you can get this, it'll look nice. Okay, I'll be back when we're all done. Okay, now I got them all dipped in. You can leave them out on your counter if it's a cool area, or you can stick them in your refrigerator. It's up to you. We'll come back when they're all set. Okay guys, we're back and here we are. you get closer to it so you can see. See, these are the Milky Ways. And these are the Snickers. Or actually they could be vice versa, but I think these ones were the Snickers. Anyhow, that's what they look like all done. Now, you see they don't look quite as nice as you get them in the store when you buy the real ones. So I'll show you a trick. So basically, you see how you got all this extra? You just take a knife, set it on your cutting board, and then you're just going to chop this extra chocolate off. Now you don't have to do it if it's just for you, but if you're going to take this to a relative or whatever you want to do, you see how much nicer that looks? It looks so much better. And then you can pour your chocolate in here, and you can work your way around and do them all if you want, but I want to show you the inside now. So we're just having these for us, so we don't have to go and do all those. Yeah, see, this is the Milky Way. There's no nuts in that. And these ones here are the Snickers, so we'll cut one of those open so you can see. See the nuts in there?
What's the difference? The caramel-like?
This is a date caramel with the nuts in it. Now, I showed earlier I liked my nuts chewed up a little, ground up. Okay?
They're awesome, yeah.
All right, yeah, they turned out very well, and so we'll have fun eating all these. Hopefully you'll like the recipe, and I'll talk a little more about what happened. Or actually, I could tell you real quickly here what happened. We made the candy. Then I went to dip my chocolate into the candy into the chocolate, and then the chocolate seized up on me, and I wasn't quite sure what to put in there. I put butter in it, and that didn't help.
Vegan butter, of course.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. It was that vegan margarine. So we ended up going and buying some new chocolate. But upon doing research, I found out that you can reconstitute chocolate like that. But what you have to do is take it off of the heat, and you can't have your pan too close to the water. Like if you do a double broiler like I did originally, you want to make sure that you get the water doesn't touch the bottom of the pan. And anyhow, so we fixed that by buying new chocolate, and I'll show you the other chocolate we bought. And you want to wait right here?
That's definitely not for beginners.
No. We'll get the other two. Okay, so I showed you this bag, this one here. This is vegan chocolate chips. I couldn't find, normally when I make candy, I like to have the rounds, which when I haven't made vegan candy very much, but they don't come in the rounds in my town. So this is vegan, and this is dark chocolate. Now, I also got this one, but we didn't try this. This is the semi-sweet morsels, and these are also vegan. When you see a V like that, you'll know it's vegan. But these are, either one's good. You can use them for cookies or candy like I showed you here. Okay, guys, well, thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll try this recipe out and see what you think. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share.
And hit that bell.
Yeah, for more videos. Thank you for watching.
Take care.
Okay, guys, I just wanted to show you this all plated up. You see the nougat and the caramel?
It does taste as good as it looks.
Yeah, it's so delicious. Okay, guys, thank you again. Hopefully you'll try this recipe. You won't be sorry.